Oh, hello, friends. With Christmas just a week away, I found myself thinking lately about the Christmas story and specifically recalling some of the ancient wisdom that is readily available in those stories. Okay, so one of the really wonderful things about each of these points is that it doesn't matter whether you ascribe to one dogma or another or no dogma. You can step back to appreciate the wisdom of these ancient people when it comes to topics of natural healing or consciousness studies. So I'm going to pull out some things over the next few days as food for thought in terms of things that can be used, now nearly 2,000 years later, things that can still be used to enhance quality of life, mind, body, spirit. Okay, now the first topic I have for you is frankincense. And in the biblical story, the three wise men brought gifts to Christ, the baby Christ, and one of them was frankincense. Now, frankincense has been used for hundreds, thousands of years in religious ceremonies, in burial preparations, as perfumes, and we don't really know all of the applications of frankincense in those days, but what is so compelling and intriguing to me is that these days we use frankincense in a couple of different forms to induce profound healing. Now, frankincense comes in different forms, and it's harvested from different species of boswellia plants. And this form, which would be frankincense essential oil, comes from the plant Boswellia carteri, and it can be very effective in addressing cancer-related fatigue. And this can be used topically, and if it's a high quality of essential oil, in some cases they can be used internally, and they can also be used to stimulate the nervous system simply by inhaling them. Okay, this form of frankincense, Boswellia serrata, is a nutritional supplement, and it has been documented in a number of research studies to be effective with conditions that have an inflammatory component, such as Crohn's disease, colitis, rheumatoid arthritis, asthma, and of course osteoarthritis, helping to relieve inflammation and swelling in osteoarthritis. Additionally, Boswellia serrata has also been studied in cancer research, and it has been found to be helpful with suppression of inflammation that has to do with tumor activity, and so therefore has a component that is anti-tumor activity. It has also been found to be antimicrobial when used synergistically with myrrh. Now, of course, we do have to say, though we are merely discussing ancient wisdom as relative to modern science, in no way should this post be confused with medical advice. These statements have not been approved by the FDA. However, we have these amazing search engines like Google Scholar and PubMed that anyone can go to on the internet and look at these studies and self-study and find good research, good documented studies, such as the one that was presented in the British Medical Journal on frankincense, and it was a systematic review, so it was a good quality of study, and anyone can go to those studies and look them up and see the research findings for themselves. And it should also be noted that when selecting an essential oil or a nutritional supplement, it is really important to obtain a supplement or oil that has been prepared in an integrous way and is bioavailable. So in order to discern, if you're not sure how to find those sources, that's where a natural health provider would come in to help you discern good sources for those substances. And of course, a natural health professional would be essential in helping you determine how much of a supplement would be appropriate for you to take as a proper dosage based on your clinical presentation. But of course, we are not here to give medical advice this evening. We are simply here to discuss ancient wisdom. And don't you think it's really awesome that we are living in times where we no longer have to choose between spirituality and science, because actually we now live in the day and age where our tools for scientific discernment are bringing us right back home to ancient wisdom.